Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at a very unusual little flashlight. This is the Astrolux HL02 1600 lumen flashlight slash headlamp. Let's check it out. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to show you this today because I thought it was kind of unique. I'm going to give you a close-up of the camo on it. It actually looks better in person than it does on camera, but it is pretty cool. I really like the kind of urban, not urban camo, but more like a jungle camo on it. Looks kind of cool. Now the emitter on this is an SFS 80. This is an extremely bright, very efficient, small flashlight. And I said in the intro, flashlight slash headlamp, because it comes with a headlamp attachment. It's kind of similar to the Olight Perrin type situation where you got it hanging off your head there and you just fit it into it and it'll fit in there perfectly. Except it's way, way smaller and lighter. That's one of my complaints with the bigger, heavier kind of lights that they turn into headlamps. They tend to be a little bit heavier and a little bit front heavy, and they'll tip forward a little bit. So I'm going to give you a little information on it, and then we're going to test it out and show you what it's all about. Now this peak beam intensity on this on turbo mode is 11,025 candela. The maximum output is 1600 lumens. It's got a range of about 210 meters. It comes in two colors. It has this jungle kind of camo, and it also has vibrant orange. If you've ever seen an orange kind of flashlight looking thing, it's very, very bright orange. Now this does have a very interesting feature. This comes with a separate body. So if I want to make this a short light and use one of these little CR123s in it, I can, and we will demo that. It is USB-C rechargeable. It is very quick. The recharging port is on the back here. Right back there, okay? And it has a very long-range, smooth reflector inside. The glass has an anti-reflective coating. The body is made of aircraft-grade aluminum alloy. The button is silicone rubber. It's impact-resistant to 1 meter. It does have a IPX rating of 6, so you don't want to immerse this in liquids, but it can tolerate all sorts of rain and, getting splashed. That's no problem at all on it. So, all in all, pretty cool thing. It does come with some extra O-rings, so you will be set there. Now, here's another interesting thing about this. It has a magnetic tail. Now, you can't charge anything with that magnetic tail. And if you notice, I don't have the clip on yet, so we'll use that. It does have a magnetic bottom on this. You can't charge through that. It's not like that. But you can put this up against things if you want to use it to hold it above something or hold it in a certain way and look down into something. So let's back this up a little bit. I want to show you the different modes and how it works. And then we'll test it out in the dark here, because this is going to be more, for me, this is going to be more of an indoor flashlight. So I want to test it out indoors. But first, I want to show you how the modes work. So in mode 1, you're going to have your low, mid, high, and turbo. Just to turn it on, you're going to turn it on like that, just one click. Push and hold for the next level, okay? Like that. You don't have to push and hold it, you just push it. And it goes up and up, okay? So it's very simple to operate. Now, if you want to turn it off, when you push again, you're going to only put it back to low. You have to push and hold, and that turns it off. If you want to do an SOS, you can do the SOS blinking from here. 3 clicks, and it'll do that. Okay? And if you want to do the voltage check, you do 4 clicks, and it will do that and show you it's green, which means it's good. The voltage is up there. It's the right battery charge. 2 clicks is strobe. Okay? And again, you'll go back to that level, so you have to push to hold it. And 5 clicks is a lockout. So if you don't want this to turn on, if you're carrying this in a bag, okay, you can click it 5 times and it will lock it out. So that's how it operates. Let's take it over to the other side of the room here and try it out in the dark and see just what it looks like. And then we'll show you the headlamp accessory here. This is the headlamp accessory that you're going to be putting it in there. I'm just going to do it today just holding it in my hand, but you can understand this is easy enough to slip in there and use as a headlamp accessory. And I do like this part up here. You see this little piece up here? What I found when using this as a headlamp, testing it out, is that it kind of holds it to your head. So it wants to kind of fall forward, but this kind of holds it in place. I know that seems kind of strange when you think about it, but it actually holds it in place over your forehead, so it doesn't do that sag kind of thing because it's heavy, and it also is extremely light. So let's get it over to the other side of the room and test it out. One of the reasons I like this light for, a low light kind of condition is, on low, that's pretty darn bright. It does have a nice focused beam, very big spotlight, if you notice. Let's take it up another one. Medium, there's high, and turbo. and Turbo really lights it up. Now, while it does have a nice focused beam that will give it lots of distance, it lights up everything around it as well, which I really, really like. You can kind of see if we were to move this around a little bit, I can kind of see everything in there. You know, if I'm working on a tire to change tire in the middle of the night on the side of the road, I can see what I'm doing. So it's definitely an extremely, extremely bright, yet very practical flashlight. Does very, very well, even at low, you know. Take it back to low there. Even at low, it does very, very well. Now, if I was using this as a headlamp, I'd be turning it sideways like that. So you can see, even on low, this thing really puts out a good deal of light. There was a time where a flashlight this bright would be considered amazing. And now, we can take it up to ridiculous levels. So, you can kind of see, there was a time where a light this bright was even unheard of. So it's definitely a nice little value, definitely a small little compact light. And I do like the forward-facing kind of angle to it. If you can look at that there, you can see it in the picture. I kind of like that. I like carrying the light like this instead of always carrying it forward like that. So let's get it back on the table and we'll finish up and I'll show you everything else that has to do with this light. Alright, so we're back on the table. I wanted to give you a quick look of what all it comes with. It comes with, of course, the flashlight, the shorter body. Now that can either use an 18350 or a CR123, which I've used and actually tested, and we will test that on video. And you won't be getting the battery in the package. You'll get the 18650. This I just put here to show you because we're going to demo that in a minute. You're going to get a lanyard. You're going to get 2 extra O-rings here to keep your waterproof level up there, just in case they fall off. You're going to get a clip, and of course the headband like I showed you in the USB-C plug. So all in all, it is a very feature-packed flashlight. What I want to do now is unscrew it and show you how you can change out the middle of the body here and make it an even more compact flashlight. And that's some of the reason why I haven't put the clip on yet, because I don't want to be fighting it when I'm taking it off. And I'll show you how that works. So let's check that out. Alright, so I don't have an 18350. So the first thing I thought when I saw this was, hey, that looks like about the size of a CR123. And I tested it, and sure enough, it worked. So what you're going to do is you're going to be taking the bottom off, the magnetic bottom, okay? And these are screwed on here very positively, you know, they're really well put together. Okay, you're going to take that battery out, and you're going to take the top piece off as well. And you're going to move this whole body out of here, get the whole body section out of here. You're going to take this piece and of course screw it in. And then you're going to put your battery in there. Positive forward, negative on the bottom. I hope I can do this with this hand. It is a very tight spring there. There we go. I got it threaded on there. All right, let me screw that down in my hand here real tight. There we go. And there you are. Now you have an even smaller flashlight. Okay? Now tell me, that is awesome for compact carry. I would definitely consider that to be a good compact carry light. All right, as you can tell, we have our low mode, okay, and our medium, high, and turbo. There you go. So it still does everything it's supposed to do. Very, very handy little light, and I really like the fact that it's very, very small and compact. That makes it so much more of a compact light, and something like that with a pocket clip on there, you could easily carry that around all day without any problem whatsoever. It does carry head down with this shorter body, although you could reverse the body and do it the other way. Actually, I suspect it's supposed to be that way, so it's really no big deal. I probably just put it on backwards. So as you can tell, that is a very, very neat little system and a cool little way to make this even more compact than it is. Yeah, I see, because I could just put that on any way I want. This one just has it on both sides. That's the only difference. So yeah, you can do that up or down. It doesn't matter how you manage to do that. So I definitely like the little light. Gotta say, it's an impressive little light. It does have the flat button lithium-ion battery, the flat head, and it works with that one only. And I believe they said, see that flat top there? I believe they said this is the battery to use in this, so you'll probably have to use the Astrolux 18650. So you got 2,500 milliamp hours, 18 amps max, 3.7 rechargeable lithium-ion battery. That is what comes with the light itself. So definitely impressive little small light. I really like the compactness of it if I want to make it a little bit smaller with that smaller body in the middle there. And with the big body, it still is really compact and easy to use. I'm going to give you a quick comparison to, say, the Olight Paran here in a second, so we can kind of see what they both look like. This is the Astrolux here, and this is the Olight Perrin. This is the Perrin 2. So I mean, it is a much smaller light, a much more compact. The actual weight on this is 53 grams. That's really, really lightweight, really easy and convenient. And as you can tell, I'm going to put it in through here just to show you. We'll do it live for the video, just to show you how simple this is. You're really just going to shove it through the two little rings there, even them up a little bit, and there you go. So it can be a flashlight, can be a headlamp, any way you want to do it. All in all, I think it's a really cool value. I will give you the link down below where you can pick it up. It is sold on Banggood. It's another thing that I have picked up from them. I do like these angled head flashlights. I guess they kind of remind me. My grandmother, many, many years ago, had a flashlight that my uncle had when he was in the service. And it was one of those old military flashlights, the big green ones that take the D batteries and have the angled head. Or did they take the C batteries? I forget. Regardless, it always kind of reminds me of that flashlight and reminds me of my grandmother's house and everything. So I kind of like that to begin with. It's a little bit nostalgic. But I also like the fact that you're carrying it like this and not like this all the time. That's kind of handy and sometimes kind of useful. If I want to get a magnetic object here and stick that down on it, it can point right at what I'm doing this way instead of having to balance it this way. So really do like the light. It seems to be a very convenient, easy to use light. I will give you the link down below where you can pick it up. It is on sale right now. I don't know for how long it's going to be, but it is a percentage off there. You can see on the website. It is $31.50 for the light and the accessories all together. Does come with the battery. Again, that flat top 18650 is the one they tell you you have to use. I do believe they sell the ones with the little nub on them and the ones without. I'm not a battery expert by any means. So that's why I'm telling you about that ahead of time, just in case you got a bunch of 18650s at home that won't fit it, and you get it and you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't fit. That's why they say that. So the link will be down below where you can pick up the light. Below that will be all our other links as well. Okay, we have our Amazon affiliate store if you're interested in checking out the gear we use on the channel. We have our freeze-dried wholesalers. That link right there will save you 15% on any kind of freeze-dried food you can think of, from roast beef to turkey to pulled pork, everything, vegetables, you name it. I mean, they have freeze-dried cheesecake, and the link will save you 15%. So definitely check it out. It's definitely worthwhile if you're getting started and getting stocked up. This is an awesome way to get your start on and maybe pay $40 or $50 for something to start with instead of having to buy a big 10 can for, $90, $80. So it's a good way to get started. The Mylar bags are good for 25 years. It is all shelf stable and can last a good long time freeze-dried. Below that's our My Patriot supply link. Remember, folks, you're your own FEMA, okay? When things turn bad, you're going to need food, you're going to need supplies. No one's coming to rescue you. So check them out down below. We have a 3-month kit on there, on sale for $150 off, and a 4-week kit for $50 off. So check that out too. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. And I thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.